Lack of financial restraint makes wealthy people avaricious and impoverished ones miserable. Because of this, many people believe that money is the source of all evil. When money begins to influence your emotions and judgments, there are certain telltale indicators. Here are 15 indicators that money is in charge. Greetings from Lux Mindset. First, you consider what else you might have been able to do with it. When you look at the money you have and believe it to be the last you will ever have, that is one of the first symptoms that money is controlling you. You set aside the goal and begin figuring out how to extend it as long as you can. Your judgment becomes impaired as a result of your comparison shopping for the best methods to spend that money. You constantly think to yourself, therefore you are unable to spend it on anything. What if I should spend my money on anything else instead? Your entire life thus becomes a constant evaluation of what to buy with your hard-earned money. And this is where your financial difficulties began. So to be clear, we're not referring to folks in dire financial straits. They must maximize their financial efficiency and make every dollar count. Here, we're discussing above-average people who work in above-average jobs. You'll observe when you begin acting. Quit taking pleasure in life. You'll frequently ask why people should go to that restaurant for food. Money would be wasted if the cuisine wasn't flawless. It would be wiser to use that money elsewhere. Why purchase a winter coat? The cold won't last forever. It would be wiser to use that money elsewhere. Ugh. Why take a trip? Perhaps there are more desirable beaches nearby that are more affordable. It would be wiser to use that money elsewhere. This mental pattern will become ingrained in you, and it will follow you everywhere. This is when your thoughts begin to be influenced by money. Second, you become irritated when you have to make more payments. There will always be arbitrary charges or adjustments, something that you don't truly anticipate or even consider. The majority of the time, the scenario is, it is what it is. But when money rules you, you have a completely other mentality toward it. You checked the price of the Uber 10 minutes ago, and it is now more expensive, so you would prefer to stay in. You would rather wait until you get home than pay to use the restroom at a gas station. It costs a little more to buy a bottle of water, so you'd rather to spend an hour looking for something that is more reasonably priced. You get angry over tiny things like this, where there is no other option that will significantly alter your life. The third point is that excessive costs irritate you. If expensive goods upset you, then you are under the sway of money. To question the value offer in light of the price being asked is one thing. To genuinely take offense at it is something else different. A high price will make those who are under the power of money ask, "Would this thing offer me a massage too?" in a patronizing tone. They believe that pricey goods are only for those with more financial means. They create a profoundly distorted perspective by dividing the population into two groups: those who can afford it and those who cannot. 4. You should consider the price of an item rather than what you get for the money. Quality doesn't interest you. You don't care about quality or lasting value. You are solely concerned with price. You must be aware of the amount of cash that will be removed from your wallet. If it causes you any discomfort, stop there. As a result, from your mattress to your shoes, everything you own is of poor quality. You put an exorbitant price on everything you own and are extremely protective of it. 5th, because you exclusively buy on sale and at a discount, you are the main focus of sales strategies. Because you believe you are deceiving the system, you buy everything on offer. By purchasing the 1+1 offers, you are doubling the worth of your money, but you don't actually need half of the crap you purchase. You're being duped. 6. You don't pay enough for your health. When money rules your life, you begin to disregard taking care of your basic health needs. You believe that you can heal from a wound without spending any money. You would prefer put up with bodily discomfort than monetary discomfort. People in their 30s can look and act like they are in their 60s in this way. 7th, you pay too little for amenities. When you are under the influence of money, you become more tolerant of inconveniences because you don't want to spend money to make them go away. The eighth, you imagine that having money will make you happy. When you are under the power of money, your degree of satisfaction is directly related to how much you believe you ought to earn. It's a fictitious number that shifts yearly. It's off to a slow start. You believe that having $100,000 in your bank account, which would cover some, if not all, of your debt, as well as some bills for a period, would make you happy. Alternately, you may spend $500,000 because you want to purchase a house as well without having to be a slave to the bank when you buy a new automobile and cease driving your old, rusted one. Then, since you wouldn't ever have to worry about paying expenses again, that figure becomes $1 million. The amount then increases to a few million cents. Hey, $1 million isn't what it used to be, and it continues in this manner. You quickly reach a point where you believe that the only way to be happy is to be obscenely wealthy and have no more worries in the world, which is obviously untrue. You make a financial fantasy as number 9. You begin to consider your plans if you win the jackpot. How do you think you would use those millions of dollars? If you were a millionaire, what sort of car would you drive, and where would you live? You put yourself in a money fantasy world where you are successful and wealthy, and you think about it often without taking any action. Your ideal definition of success can be winning the lottery, authoring the next Harry Potter novel, or founding the next Facebook. For the actual product, you don't care. You're concerned about the enormous sum of money that just appeared in your bank account. 10. You're always trying to make a quick buck. If you're in debt, you'll do anything to increase your income. You'll go out of your way to inconvenience yourself needlessly in order to get more money. For a tiny pay raise, you'll work more, sleep less, and put in more hours. You'll believe that producing money is exceedingly difficult and that the only options are pain and exhaustion. You become more vulnerable to exploitation and financial frauds as a result of this. Number 11. You evaluate other people depending on their financial status. As we previously stated, the division between those who can afford something and those who cannot happens when money gains control of you. You place everyone in a financial hierarchy and use it to assess each person's moral character. You are blind to it. You place yourself above people with lower incomes and below those with higher incomes. You do so often. Who in the room has the most money? Money starts to overwhelm you and alter who you are as a person whenever you are around more people at this point. Building on the preceding point, in number 12 you compare your income to that of others. When you begin to judge others according to how much money they make, you inevitably compare yourself to them and begin to have unfounded resentment toward those who are wealthy. They aren't really that special after all, are they? They are not superior to you. You are not smarter than they are. Why do they earn more than you when they don't work any harder than you do? It is unfair. At least that is the story being told here. 13. You want people to believe you make a lot more money than you actually do. You start to shy away from discussing your position or pay. You don't really explain what you do, but when you do, you tend to make it sound like there's a lot more going on. When you begin acting like other people, you start overspending on appearances in an effort to maintain the facade. Because at this point, your behavior and public persona are determined by your financial situation. You believe you are underpaid in number 14. You firmly believe you are underpaid regardless of how much money you make annually. You start blaming greedy CEOs, ravenous corporations, and overpaid managers who won't pay you what you're worth. You no longer consider your contributions or the value of your skill set. You begin to feel entitled simply for showing there. And until there is something in it for you, you won't accomplish anything. 15. You think that all wealthy people are bad. When you genuinely believe that all affluent people are evil, it is the last indication that money has fully taken control of you. You believe that everyone cheated and lied, and that the majority of the money in the world has already been siphoned off into the elite's hidden coffers. The only thing left to do it seems, is to keep going round in circles in the rat race, while cursing the universe for handing you such a lousy hand. Many people are in this dire situation. Money has completely taken over their lives. You always seem to avoid getting money. No matter how much or how little money you make, if you allow it control you, you will always fight with it. That's why, despite countless attempts, you still see folks scraping by. As you keep improving your life at the same rate, it will always feel as though you are running short on money. It doesn't seem like your life is changing at all since your income is being upgraded. We even prepared a movie just about where you should spend your hard-earned money, which we recommend you watch after this one. Tomorrow, you may find it in the pinned comment as well as the description. The opposite of this is what we're doing, and when you actually do it, we'll check the results. Command of your finances. Then we'll see you. Alexa, be cautious. We appreciate you spending time with us today. We're so happy you did, Alexa. Please hit the bell symbol to ensure that you never miss a posting if you thought the video we posted today was helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to Lux Mindsets channel.